the world of food and drink. It's full of private back doors, hidden menus, and secret ingredients. I am food writer Aun Koh. And this week, I'm in Manila to catch up with old friends and to persuade them into letting me in on the city's best-kept secrets. This is the dish that all the regulars are sort of like, this is the secret dish.
This is the one.
We gotta get the password. How do we get to this secret back room?
Take a shot of bourbon first.
This is Secret Delicious. I love Manila. It's this crazy, chaotic city. The traffic is insanely awful. It's a city that has huge contrast between rich and poor. The people I've met here are incredibly warm, they're generous. And as a food city, it is one of the most undiscovered gems in this region. There is an embrace of secret dinners, private chefs, and getting on the invitation list. If you know people here, it's quite an easy process to navigate the best of the best in the city. In Manila, there aren't a lot of secret restaurants. Instead, people like to have private chefs come to their houses. Hi, Steph. How are you?
Welcome.
Nice to see you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're most welcome.
Stephanie is a celebrity in Manila. People kill themselves to get an invitation to Stephanie's dinner parties. They're that exclusive.
Hey, welcome.
Stephanie.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi. Oh my God, thank you. You didn't have to. Mwah.
She's like a TV personality. She does radio. She's a cookbook author. She's a food journalist. She's one of these people that everyone knows and everyone in the food world especially knows. People love entertaining at home, partly because of traffic, partly because people want people to come to their house and they're so hospitable. Some people would know Justin as a private dining chef. A lot of people would know Justin through Thai Chick. The dichotomy is that you have some guy that runs a fried chicken shack who's also doing very high-end, exquisite dinners.
All right, guys, so welcome. This is such a treat because he is one of my favorite chefs.
Steph went to high school with Justin. He's making his name as, one of these hot young chefs people can hire to come home and cook dinner parties.
This is the first course. This is caviar with chicken skin chicharron, creme fraiche, and a pickled red onion and chives.
He's combining very soulful comfort food flavors, simple stuff with beautiful presentation. The caviar element was wonderful. You get the saltiness with crisp.
Oh, look at that crunch.
You had me at chicken skin.
I love the sweet pickle. It's really, really nice.
The smokiness really complements the chicken.
How do you make your fried chicken?
With a lot of love. With a lot of love.
It's funny because it reflects the whole fried chicken shack element of who he is. Side Chick is entirely his business. It is a cute little hipster type shack that serves fried chicken sandwiches, burgers, fried chicken and rice. Well, why fried chicken?
Well, I love fried chicken, and I know Filipinos love fried chicken. That's what the market demands also. That's the grilled chicken pesto with
Like
mozzarella,
if you want to be healthy.
and cheese fries, buffalo bites, cut up chicken thighs, and it comes with buffalo bites and blue cheese.
Hey, you have to share that. That's a signature, right?
Yeah, that's our
We'll
best.
share.
Obviously you gave her. There's something about fried chicken done well, right? It's moist inside, it has deep umami flavors, it's crispy, it's served hot.
I mean, if you tell me you don't love fried chicken, you just can't be my friend.
Everyone grew up with it, so pretty much every restaurant has a version of their own fried chicken.
I would say most people here would eat it at least minimum once, twice a week. And I think also chicken is probably the most affordable meat there is here.
Whether you are rich, whether you're poor, fried chicken and rice is a staple. Was the chicken and rice something that you had to do? Like, did the market demand a rice dish?
They'll bring their own.
They used to bring rice from mini stop.
What?
Yeah, to go like.
But
eat there.
they bring their own rice?
Yeah, they bring their own rice to the restaurant.
I guess this is his passion project.
Yes.
Right?
Would you say that chefs here need to have their cash cow before doing something passionate and creative?
You need in many ways to have businesses that can bring in money, right? Bring in capital, sustainable.
Experience will sort of like tell you that you have to sort of like just learn the ropes, bomb a few, dodge a few bullets.
Like in any
Yeah, like
industry.
you can't sort of like go with guns a-blazing and say, I'm amazing.
Exactly.
Thank you. Yummy.
This is a broiled mackerel. It's got a little bit of yogurt, endive, pickled red onion, shishito peppers, and then our romesco sauce.
Very artfully plated, very sort of reminiscent of fine dining restaurants. It's really like simple, home cooked, but at a much higher level.
What do you think of the wine pairing with the bread and the fish? It's unusual, right?
it.
Like it's like an oily fish,
Yeah.
but it doesn't make
I've
the
actually always liked sort of like light breads with fish.
Yeah.
It works really well.
I see stars when
It's
it's
the-
the perfect pairing.
Yeah.
He rarely compliments our wine choices.
Dinner at Stephanie's place was a riot. Madcap conversation. We talked about everything from everyone's favorite Filipino foods, the global impression of Filipino food. Because I think a lot of people, for a long time, you know, always said Filipino food was horrible.
I have to admit it, our food is ugly.
Every time there's
Fear
like
factor.
fear factor, there's always bringing out a Filipino delicacy, right? It's like balut will scare you.
Or dinuguan, which is like
The blood pudding.
Yeah.
blood stew.
I know it's changing because, you know, when we travel, they say, oh my God, I love adobo.
Yeah.
Or I love sinigang. My favorite story is that Giorgio Armani's favorite food in the world is a lumpia.
Really?
Yeah. Obviously, one of his staff must be Filipino because he had lumpia in.
But you know, Rahul also likes to have his secret haunts. You know? He has a secret list. Like he has this favorite sushi place in Tokyo
Yeah.
that he never shares.
I only tell
Then you
you,
won't share.
let me see after dinner if I'm gonna let you know about this. Bravo.
Congrats,
Fantastic, chef.
Thank you.
Guys,
Thank
hope
you.
everyone enjoyed. Cheers.
Cheers. Nice to meet you. Cheers.
I ate carbs for you.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for breaking your diet.
As you get to know people better, you get more access. Trust and friendship builds access and allows you to get the invitation. Not only are you getting great chefs, you're getting great mixologists, you're getting suppliers, whether they're in produce, whether they're in alcohol, also responding, also upping their game.
So Don Papa is a rum. It's something that easily sells to Europeans because it's different from what they're used to in terms of rum.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Manila is in many ways easy to navigate. People are so warm and generous. They were colonized by the Spanish and then the Americans, both very extroverted, very warm people. Hey,
Hey,
are you Tim?
Yes, I'm Tim. How
Good
can
to
you
meet
miss
you.
me? Right?
A bright jacket, I can't miss
Exactly,
you, right?
yes, yes.
So Tim met up with me right in front of the Shang. Tim is one of the most recognizable guys here in Manila. He's a nightlife king, runs and owns some of the best, most exciting, largest clubs in the city.
So we're gonna go to a secret bar, but first we need to get the password.
Really? Awesome.
Yes, yes.
So Tim guided me back into the Shang to a burger joint.
We gotta get the password. So, okay, ate, how do we get to this secret back room?
Alright, take a shot of bourbon first.
So I think you have to take 2 shots because you're gonna take 1 shot for me also.
Does he get the foreigner drunk?
Yes. Cheers, welcome to Manila.
Thank you, cheers.
Okay, so can you please tell us the password?
Look for the shoe shiner. It's inside Ministry of Creme.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much. And so we follow this tip or password to look out for the shoe shine guy for the next step. That's awesome. So is this one of the best bars in Manila?
You know, the great thing about this place is that within 3 months of operation, they got Asia's best 50.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. So there's our Q here. He's a doorkeeper.
Now can I actually get a real shoe shine as well?
It's shoe shine wink wink.
Oh, shoe shine wink wink.
Let's go.
Okay.
Come on, please, after you.
This is so cool. The shoe shine guy, he led us into the employees only back room of the shoe shine area to a really large, beautiful 1920s speakeasy style bar that is stunning.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. How are you? Welcome to the back room.
Hello there.
Nice to see you. My name is Dicky.
Hi, Aun, nice to meet you.
I will never forget your name.
Sure, thank you so much.
Dicky. How can you forget a name like that?
Yes, it's very easy
Yes.
to remember, isn't it?
Manila nightlife is underrated in Asia because when you think of Manila, you don't think of nightlife. That's why it's a secret thing.
Okay.
People, club owners from all around the region, they all fly in here because there's no paparazzi here. The celebrities here are friends with the media. So we're all in it together. Yeah.
So if someone were coming here with the purpose of partying, drinking, having fun, how long should they be spending here, man?
Wednesday onwards, it's party time. Try not to party on a Sunday. Sunday can be your recovery day. You will never run out of things to do. Welcome again to Manila.
Thank you so
Again
much.
and again.
So you make the media drink with you and then it's okay?
That's why, yes. It's called a bribe.
Yeah. Cool.
As much as I love our menu, I would like to bring something different to you today.
Filipino likes to experience everything. The Filipinos, it's the friendliest in our region.
Yes.
So you can go out here alone. At the end of the night, you're friends with the entire bar. We're lovers of life.
So I would like you to open the book.
Okay. Oh, wow.
There was a flask inside the book, hidden away. It was a really beautiful, slightly smoky old-fashioned.
We sit the vermouths inside the barrels to get a little bit more woody flavors, more softer, and also smoother.
Oh, this is so nice.
Welcome to our secret lab.
Dickie walked us into this secret laboratory that Tim had never even been to. It's completely hidden, so you have a secret room inside a secret bar. It's something that I think right now is only known to a few people. And Dickie let us make our own gin.
We incorporate many of local flavors. We want to contribute to the society, especially.
So you're helping the farms?
Yes.
So these have been infused already?
Yes.
With the various things. That smells good.
Luyang Dilaw.
Luyang Dilaw.
So it's yellow ginger.
Yes, yellow ginger or turmeric.
You have an entire wall of botanicals and spices and herbs to choose from. You take the jars that has your distillate and botanicals, you cook it in order for the botanicals to let loose their aromas, let loose their flavors.
So mine has a lot of flowers, so you smell it.
Nice, very lovely.
So this is more than 80% alcohol.
Yes.
Oh, it's stronger than the absinthe that we had earlier.
And then Dickie blended them. Dickie said, look, we're gonna make a sort of Singaporean, Filipino blended gin.
So this gin is a marriage between Aun and Tim.
Aun and Tim, yes.
By adding water into the liquid, you're softening the gin a little bit. He brought it down to about 43%.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Cheers. And it had this wonderfully citrusy nose. It was so nice and sweet. It was smooth. We were so proud of it.
We have a winning formula.
I have another old friend, Albert Cuenca, who owns one of the best steak houses in Manila. And I know he has a cigar bar and who's been in the industry for a while.
Hey,
dude, how's it going?
what are you doing here?
You told me to come here.
I said we'd meet at 7-Eleven. I didn't say we were gonna drink here.
He then walked me to around the corner to the cashier. This is the weirdest place I've been to for a bar.
I know. Well, wait. This is secret door right here.
What?
Please come
This is awesome. We're in the middle of a cocktail bar. Loud music, high vaulted ceilings, amazingly beautiful backlit cocktail bar. This is Bank Bar, one of Manila's coolest, thriving, popular secret bars. Our customers today looking for more novel experiences. Is that a very important thing, building restaurants and bars and concepts?
I think the novelty is just a small part of it. I think Filipinos, maybe to a certain extent, even the foreign market that is here, they like this whole, I know something you don't approach, right? And they like to show it off to other people. So the word of mouth is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
They want to brag and say, I've been to this place you probably never heard of, right?
Right. So what is this?
Chicharon balaklak. It's something you'd normally never find in a bar. Normally you'd find it in a sari-sari store that sells beer.
But this
and
is
people
street
drink
food,
it.
basically.
This is street.
Fried chicken intestines, street food, but done really well with high-end cocktails. It was just a cool dichotomy. Mutual friends told me that you have a secret bar in this neighborhood.
I have a secret bar just beside this building.
Okay. So after a drink at Bank Bar, Albert then said, okay, let's go back to my place. We literally walked like 20 steps to the next building, another office building. So he took me upstairs, past like the ramen shop into what he calls Albert's upstairs bar.
You really wouldn't know there was something up here until you were daring enough to walk up. There's no signage to my bar, so you gotta know that there's a bar upstairs. So as you look through the window, you see what you're getting into.
And you come into this very elegant, almost feminine, very quiet, very chill cocktail bar.
So we purposely made this a quiet space. And it's really a contrast to Bank Bar.
Which is your favorite?
All of them. I wouldn't sell anything that I wouldn't drink. Let me put it that way.
The selection of alcohol there was purposely curated so there were no big commercial brands.
Let me show you the local stuff. Don Papa, that's a very attractive bottle. This one is a very basic, sticker printed
Empire
Gin.
I never heard of this.
And then this is one of the newer ones.
Yes, I've heard of Arc.
So Arc is a craft gin, just started about a year ago.
Yeah. Arc Gin is artisanal. Beautiful bottle, beautiful label, and really lovely, really, really well made. I like the citrus. The nose is really nice.
You're going to get a lot of citrus here.
Really
a lot
nice.
of indigenous citrus botanicals. This is the kind of gin I can actually have neat.
It's a lovely gin. It's really smooth. But the star of the night was Don Papa.
So Don Papa is a rum.
It smells like butterscotch.
Yeah, it's a bit.
It's like a salted caramel butterscotch.
You're gonna get hints of honey and citrus and vanilla.
It's a beautiful nose.
It's something that easily sells to Europeans because it's different from what they're used to in terms of rum.
Yeah. You have people in Manila, in the Philippines, that are doing things in the drink world, in the food world, that are as good as anywhere else in the world. That's true.
The bar scene's evolving because all of a sudden, we're seeing a lot more creative, individuals doing bartending or mixology, whatever you want to call it, right? I don't want to use the word world class, but we're there.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Good seeing you, man.
Thank you. Nice to see you.
Manila to me is changing in a really amazing, positive way.
How are you doing?
Good
Nice
to see you, man. People I've met from the Philippines, they love being on the inside track. They love sort of knowing what others don't.
It's one of these dishes now, it's like a whisper thing, like, hey, you got tartar. That's what we're doing today.
Eating in Manila is always fantastic. It's a joy. The combination of language, their own culture, and over the last decade, watching the level of culinary just move up and up and up here. Even though there's great talent here, no one knows it. Hey, Chef.
Hey, Ann. How are you doing?
Good. Good
Nice
to
to
see
see
you,
you.
man. This is awesome.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's the newest one that we just opened quite recently.
Cool.
But we're not going to go here first, we're going to go upstairs and check out Savage.
Cool. Looking forward to seeing Savage also.
Yes.
I met Chef Josh about a year ago. Since then, he's opened a place called Savage. In Josh's first menu, he actually has steak tartare, but he only kept it on the menu for 2 weeks.
So I took it off the menu because I thought we don't have enough trimmings of our beef. But within those 2 weeks, those 14 days that we were open with that first menu, so many guests already had that tartare and they know about it and they've told their friends and they've told their friends and it's one of these dishes now, it's like a whisper thing, like, hey, you got tartare. So that's what we're doing today. So we got beautiful beef. Our beef is a US grain-fed beef. We've chosen to use a ribeye here. We don't want to have the leanest of beef for this tartare. We want a little bit of fat there. We look at the fat as a little bit of sweetness to it. So what we do, we smoke oil. And this is where, so using the oak wood that we use on the fire, we're smoking this oil over, and it takes a couple of weeks to actually make a really good batch of this. I'm gonna season it up with some pepper. We're gonna be quite liberal with the pepper. So we have this lovely balance of smokiness, the sweetness from the beef coming on. Traditional tartare has a raw egg, we have a cured egg.
Okay.
So this is cured in sugar and salt, and this is just going to bring in all of that richness that's needed for this dish.
What was most unique about it was that he had this cured egg yolk.
So this is basically it. It's a very simple dish.
That's awesome. This is the dish that all the regulars sort of like, this is the secret dish you have to order.
This is the one.
Yeah, let's go for this.
Taste the smokiness.
It's all those things you want. It's chewy, it's crunchy, it's soft, it's sweet, salty, a little bit of acid. Really lovely balance. But would you ever bring this back to the normal menu?
I enjoy making this dish,
Yeah.
but I would rather keep it a secret. I want it to be one of those items that not everyone knows about.
Last time I was here in Manila, Helm wasn't open. So I really wanted to see Helm, a 10-seat, really high-end tasting menu restaurant, one of the top 2 or 3 restaurants in Manila now. This is a nice setup.
It's horrendously interactive. There's no way,
Horrendously?
there's no way for us to escape
Yeah.
you as a guest and us as cooks. We don't actually have a menu.
Okay.
What we have for this theme is a booklet of nursery rhymes and fairy tales. Nowhere there does it say what the dishes are.
3 magic beans.
3 magic
Jack and Jill went up the hill. Restaurants that take you on these journeys, give you experiences that tease you with sort of hints of what you're going to eat, but then don't tell you the whole thing and surprise you. are places that you want to go again and again.
So this is basically Humpty Dumpty, right?
Yes.
So your task here is to put Humpty Dumpty back together again. In the top half of the egg, you have our sticky pork, puff quinoa, and freshly cut spring onions. You're going to take that top half and place it into the main egg.
And then the salt?
The salt you can season to your liking, but we recommend just a little bit. And if you have a smell of that...
Oh wow, it smells like salted, it's like dried prawns.
Yes, this is illegal. Because there is no iodine content. It's illegal to sell salt without iodine here in the Philippines. That is the law.
Okay.
So this is a black market
salt. That's
salt.
awesome.
Yes. Yeah, part of it is to get messy.
Okay, I'm just gonna lick this off.
Okay, that's what they call food porn.
This is fun. I like interactive food. It's aggravating because it's such a small little thing, and you finish it really quickly. You're kind of like,
That is a comment that we hear on a nightly basis. And then you'll never ever have it again.
Yeah.
Because you're not invited back for another 4 months. And that dish is never going to be on the menu again.
And how much is the menu?
It's about 105 Singapore
That's really
dollars.
reasonable. Everyone should be coming to eat here.
Everyone should come to the Philippines to eat. It's one of the cheapest countries to have fine dining in.
That's amazing. You know, one of the things I love is to ask chefs who I trust, to ask them, where do they eat? Josh, he took me to a place called Pat Pat's Gangsi.
So we're in San Antonio Village. It's kind of like in the center of Makati.
Okay, is this like a very old neighborhood, or?
It's an old neighborhood. It's an old community neighborhood.
What does kansi actually mean?
Kansi is the type of soup that they have.
Okay.
So that's the sour bololo, essentially, is what it is.
And Pat Pat's the name of
Pat Pat's the name.
the owner?
That's the nickname, I'm assuming. There.
There's no way I would have ever have walked into Pat Pat's Gangsi by myself. I mean, it's super local.
Sanglaman.
If you look at the way chefs eat around the world, you'll find that some of the chefs who cook the fanciest food in the restaurants eat the simplest but most delicious food when they're not working.
On, I'm going to turn this so you can see what's inside there.
Oh my God, that's huge.
That's
awesome.
the marrow right there.
Do you come here with a lot of other chefs?
Yeah, little backstory here. When I was younger, living in Boracay being a party island, we would get drunk and wasted. 3 o'clock in the morning, there's one place that's open and that's sold bulalo. It's the best choice to eat because, you know, you're drunk, you want something to soothe your stomach in, ready for the next day's work.
Excellent.
And ever since then, it's been my comfort food, bulalo.
10 years ago, 20 years ago, you asked the average person what their thoughts were on Filipino food, you would have gotten a negative response. People would have been like, I don't like eating Filipino food.
This is Filipino cuisine.
Yeah.
It's not photogenic, but the flavor's there.
But it's damn tasty.
It's tasty. Yeah. And this is what people need to understand. It's not for the Instagram. This is actually for our sustenance,
This would be a really horrible
enjoyment.
picture.
It would be a horrible picture.
What I ate blew my mind. And I've been an advocate of eating and drinking in Manila for years now. And so for me to come back here and to reconnect with friends and discover new places to eat and drink in is a complete joy for me.